Hey everybody, it's Max McAllister from Traction Dynamics here today, and in our ongoing set of struggles with Honda Goldwing air filters and the myths I've been disproving, there is one valid fear that people have, and that's that some creature or creatures or family of creatures have crawled into their motorcycle and built a lovely, comfortable dwelling for the winter, and that is a valid fear. So their answer is, well, if I change my air filter at this interval, at Honda's recommended interval, I can feel better that I'm not going to have mice living in my Goldwing. That's not actually true, because you won't ride your bikes in excess of 16,000 miles a year. If that's the case, maybe you ride 6,000, 8,000 miles a year. You might park your bike for the winter, have a rat's nest that looks, something like, or a bird's mouse nest in it that looks something like that. And then you get out your bike and go riding around for a whole nother year, another 8,000 miles. And then the next year you get into it and go, hey, look, my air filter was messed up. Now, immediately there's some of you who are going to say, well, there's no way that you wouldn't know that that was in your bike. Yes, there is, because here's the guy. I bought a Goldwing like that, and I didn't know it. I did a 1,000-mile trip before I came home and changed it. Somehow it didn't run any better with the new filter. Now you say, that's just crazy. How is that? So many people commented on my channel, when the air filter gets dirty, it alters the air fuel mixture and makes it run rich, and it'll foul your spark plugs, and it'll get carbon on your pistons and your valves. So thanks to all these ding-dongs who made those comments. Yes, your great-great-grandpappy taught you those things, and those were true of early Honda Goldwings that had carburators on them. Your modern Goldwing is fuel injected. It will always have the correct air-fuel ratio, even if that's inside the airbox. And so you're not going to know. So now, the slick way is, a lot of guys have said, well, I just scope my bike. I send a borescope up into the airbox and take a look. Now, these people are saying there's only a bunch of people are off the rails with that again, because they're saying they're going to go into the airbox, look at the air filter, determine if it's dirty, and then decide to change your air filter. Now, I have proven without a shadow of a doubt with air filters that had 16, 30, 50, and 76,000 miles on them, that you can lay them all on a table and no one can tell you which one of those has 76,000 and which one has 30,000. It's not possible. So you can't look at an air filter and determine if it's dirty. So the scope for that application is pointless. You can't do that. What you can do is look in your airbox and see if it's been infested by mice and birds and who knows what else, right? So that is what it's good for, and then you can determine your air filter change interval at that, thereafter. So one of our customers, Robert Bronner Sr., he actually, I was asking people who knew about him and what's a good one to buy, and he said, they have hundreds. This is from Bob. He says they have hundreds on Amazon. Some interface with your cell phone, and others have their own screens. The cameras on the end vary, but small is better, of course, and light it and selectable angle views help. And color resolution is great. Resolution on the cameras just depends on how much you want to spend. Some of them are 20 to 40 bucks. But he recommended one to me, and I loved it. It was highly rated. It's a Depstech, and it was like 247 bucks. Now, you might not want to spend 247 bucks on a borescope. You don't have to, but I have a workshop, and so professional quality tools are really, something I'm into. So this one was great. Has an easy to read screen for old guys. If you're an old guy with bad eyes, you might not be less than under 40 years old trying to do this job. And the other thing that's really cool about this one I bought is that the head articulates. And I'll be honest, if you want to scope your Goldwing and leave it almost fully assembled, you have to have this feature. If you're willing to take it partially apart then you could get away with something cheap that you could just have a more straight shot. So let me define that. If you come around here, and so I can show you, the pieces we removed are side covers and saddle. And then we removed this bolt from the knee panel. One more bolt. Oh, we moved the side stripe. So the 2 bolts on the side stripe. And then down in this hole, there's 1 bolt back in here that we got. And what we were after was just being able to pull this panel out and get us access. There's 2 snorkels on the airbox. This one on the right side of the bike is easiest to get to. It's about where my finger is, and it's pointing backwards at you. And as long as you are hopefully married and your wife is patient, I'm going to bring in the husband, and I will be the bearded wife today. So this is Jacob. You guys all know Jacob. He's probably worked on your bikes if you've ever been here. Jacob, whose eyes are young and better than mine, has got the path. So you'll watch when we get in here, I'm going to wiggle the tip, and so we have to go in with the probe, twist it 90 degrees. When you get close to the snorkel, I'm going to bend the tip up, and then you can kind of get it started into the airbox, and then you straighten back out and keep pushing. So with your camera, the first thing you're going to do is look down at a wall somewhere far away. Take your camera and look and see, like we're upside down. So, you know, Jacob could roll the cord, or some of these have a button where you just flip it. Now it's the right orientation. So you see that? So we're actually going to get to watch the cameraman and the camera out the same time here. So Jacob's going to go in, and this, oh, he's going to need to see this as well. So actually, so you're looking already, how far are you in? Pull it back out. So 6 inches in, and we're going right into that grommet, and there's your air intake snorkel. So we're going to try and get down there to that thing. And he gets close. I'm gonna figure out which way to turn the tip of the camera up. And I think he's got us. And see, it's fighting me. It doesn't want to back up a little bit. Maybe take the pressure off. All right, let's try. Try one more time. So by the way, this might not, this is real time, but we've only, by the way, just so you know, we're not experts. We've only done this, we've only been in 2 times. So this is our third attempt. So if this is what it's going to look like for you. Seemed like you're, okay. Oops, I'm going the wrong way. All right. All right, so we're in. This is just like getting in the air canal, and look, there's your air filter. Boom! How cool is that? So now you can just kind of wiggle around. Remember, all we're looking for is birds and crazy critters and things like that. There's no way I can look across this filter and tell you, well, that is dirty, and I think I will change it now. It's foolish to do that. There's the other intake. Now this camera is really cool. On this one, it actually has a video and a photo feature. So I can take a photo of that, and it's got the date and time stamp on it. And I could, you know, if anybody ever wanted to question me, I can say, here's the condition in my filter on this day, date, and time. Not that that will ever happen. But so there you are inside your airbox. So you can kind of see how the articulating feature is important. So, you know, if it were me, I'd have me and my other buddy, or 2 buddies that all ride Goldwings together. We all chip in $75 or $100 a piece and share a tool. And look, you're good, just good to go. Just that simple. So a handful of bolts and just a few minutes of time. And now you know that there's absolutely no need to change your air filter. So hopefully this video is helpful to you. If it is, please give it a thumbs up. And I'll actually put a link to that, to the camera that I bought. And it's for sale on Amazon. I will probably get a few pennies for that if any of you buy it. Just, I'm supposed to say that. So thank you for enriching me with those pennies. I have no idea what I'll ever spend them on. And I think this is a great way to mitigate and really extend the life of your air filter, so you're not unnecessarily tearing your bike apart, you know, every 16,000 miles, and you can feel confident that your bike is in a good order and ready to ride. So my name's Max. Thanks again, and thanks for watching.